Oops, it's a video.
There's not much contrast.
What's up, everyone? It's Lee here, the rental guy, doing an early vlog this week. It's very dead and I don't really have numbers to report, so we'll just report on how dead it is. And you can see the shop. I've finally cleaned the shop for the first time since I moved in here. I moved in here 1 year and 1 day ago. So a lot happens in a year. I was just editing the video here and I showed my wife some clips from last year, and you gotta see this, right babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing much right now, but wait till you see it when my wife gets here and starts messing with some stuff. Just kidding.
I'm texting my wife because I'm so impressed with this decor here. God.
Well, you know, behind every man is a lady, right? So my wife really takes care of things around here. So, yeah, yesterday was 1 year and I finally got it clean, which is fantastic. So this is my shop as it's clean. So the back area, you know, the laundry room is all cleaned up here. This is how it's supposed to look. And that's basically it. So Les came down to drop off a 40 by 100 pole tent that I won at an auction. Alternatively, he came to pick up a stacker. So a stacker puts things up in the racking that I won from an auction that he's taking back. So he's coming down to drop off and then come pick up. And so, yeah, let's get into that.
Oh yeah, you bought those action straps.
So Les is...
Not my silly moves again.
Setting up the Christmas tree, good times, good vibes. Waiting for Les. He's late for work. I don't know if he does this in Calgary, but in Saskatoon, where I'm from, that's absolutely unacceptable. Let's go address the late employee. I understand being late in Calgary is okay, but in Saskatoon, it's unacceptable.
You're not late if you're the business owner.
All right.
Pole tents for typical rental companies are probably the natural kind of progression. Maybe like pop-ups, canopy tents, frame tents, and then pole tents.
So, while Les is giving me tips on pole tents, which I am taking mostly wholeheartedly, I am giving him tips on stackers. So what I have to say about his stacker is, you know, the thing that you need to do is just make sure that bottom shelf, that there's a space there. That's all you need, really, basically, is that space so that the legs can go in underneath. As you see right there on my stacker, the legs go in underneath the shelf so it can actually get in to grab the stuff. And pretty much he knows the rest. So, and you know the rest too.
Yeah, because if you would think like forks, okay, why would you need a space underneath? Well, because the stacker has forks, but it also has feet or legs or whatever you want to call them right here. So in order for the forks to actually go underneath, you have to have a space underneath your shelf. So that's extremely valid, and that's something we're gonna have to do in our warehouse, that's for sure. Get more horizontal pieces and see what we can do. So there's gonna be some rearranging for sure.
So one thing that I always used to do was watch auctions, you know, to make sure and get these things for cheap. Like I got the pole tent. I was supposed to get into pipe and drape and trade show stuff, but this came up, so I had to get the pole tent. And That's why I got the pole tent, and I got it very cheap. Usually this cost me about 60 grand, cost me like 15 grand. This stacker here, however, when I moved into the warehouse, it's something I didn't even know that I needed until I needed it. So I had to spend like 7 grand or something like this on Uline to get a brand new one. Whereas as soon as I got a brand new one, I knew what to look for, and I was looking for less already. And so we picked this one up, and he got it for a portion of the cost for something newer, probably the better model as well. So I'm a little mad. I'm a little mad. I kind of want to
This is fucking amazing.
well, I already talked about this. They know about that,
know.
but it is amazing. Like the you know, these are the two types, right? So do you have that type?
I have neither.
He has neither type.
I have neither.
Well, okay, so I have 2 types of cocktail table, blah blah blah. You seen it on the videos. Moving on.
We put ours in like a tent box, and we have a couple tent boxes on like a dolly, and we put. And it's pretty ghetto. I mean, it works, but
As long as it works, because if it's not in anything, it's a problem. Cocktail tables are a problem.
yeah, no, they are. And you know, you want to look professional. The biggest thing, this is the reason I like this, guys. Like, this is absolutely amazing, is because it can get through doors. Like, this is the professional stacker,
And it's the worst.
yeah, you
It's
can't
the
get
absolute,
through doors.
and like it doesn't fit into the trailer, and you know, the only fantastic thing about these is they roll right out to the customers. So we roll it right out when the customers come drop off. We roll the cart right out, we load it back up, and it saves it because there's no good way to carry them.
So,
You know what? Let's stay on the topic of cocktail tables. Do you want to set up one cocktail table? Because right now, Christmas season's approaching, and these things, they're great renters. And so if you're thinking about adding something to your inventory and you don't have cocktail tables, it is something that will definitely rent. And they actually rent out year round. And so consider getting into cocktail tables. That's how they're set up. That's what we think about the carts. And
quick tip: if one of your feet falls off,
that's
I didn't
the
realize-
other kind.
I didn't realize those are feet. If one of them falls off, just knock the other 3 off, and it works just the same. No one notices anything.
It's true.
And by
They'll
feet,
only
I mean
notice
just
if
these
one.
little
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
And see, it just goes back in there. Fits nice. Damn. So this guy right here, I'm like, hey, I'm getting into dishes and I'm getting into sinks. Then I look at his video. He's got dishes. He's got sinks. You know, we have grown. I've got you on what?
No, I mean like you got me. You know.
So we're doing everything, I think, pretty much in simpatico, other than, you know, him diverting a few ways differently, me doing a few ways differently, but our shops are very similar in size. We've got similar vehicles. You know, some of his vehicles are obviously nicer, but you know, Calgary's a little bit nicer than
They're
Saskatoon.
leased though. You own yours.
That's true. That's true. So I am currently making a little bit less money than him monthly, but his overhead is quite a bit more than mine due to those leased vehicles. So I mean, things are weighing out, and that was a concern that me and him chatted. I'm going to come this way so the music doesn't go in it. This is one thing that me and him were chatting about earlier today, is how my numbers are significantly down right now, and how I need to, you know, get into more indoor items, blah blah blah. And his numbers are up, and you know, does it matter what's going on? And you know, the conclusion is summer's going to be busy. I'm not going to fret. You know, he's got more expenses, and I've got enough money to roll through, and I'm not going to fret. Most years I fret. I start making, you know, big deals for people on Facebook, and then summertime comes, and I wonder why the hell someone's getting something for so cheap when I'm booked out solid anyways. You know, or why I'm offering discounted travel to someone 4 hours away when I could have filled up my tents inside city. So something like that. You know, as I've done these yearly cycles, and I get to converse daily with Les, comparing our two businesses province side by side, I get some interesting insights that I can share with you.
Yeah, exactly right.
And stuff.
I was gonna say Lee's numbers are down for a bit for October, November versus last year, and we were thinking like maybe that's the local economy. We don't really know. Obviously, these numbers were up every other month.
Well,
So it just
and my
kind of-
yearly numbers are up.
Right,
It's just
right, very much so. So just something interesting. I don't know if it's a local flux. Lee does a decent amount of indoor stuff, and he's adding more indoor stuff. Might be a pricing issue, but something to talk about.
It's true, I've
Bounce
been-
things back and forth, you know, and then you might get some insight, determine some stuff. But it's always nice to compare with other business owners. If you guys don't have if you are in the event industry and you don't have event rental friends, get one, find one. You know, it's not going to be us. We're already too busy. But maybe
I'll be your friend. Just don't message me.
But find somebody.
Just don't call
you know?
I'll be your friend. Just don't call my shop, okay? My wife takes like 3-4 calls every day from people asking, you know, questions about the marquee letters. And I'm sorry, I want to help, but you know, we're trying to run a business here.
That's right.
Call Les.
Yeah, call me.
Oh, I sound like a jerk now.
You can.
I'm sorry.
You can edit that.
You
out.
can definitely call Les.
You can. You know.
I edit everything.
Exactly.
I will edit.
It's crazy. What we did here is we put this wood here. We screwed it to the trailer, and so that really can't go back and forth too much. Plus, we got plenty of ratchets on. We got it crossed, and we have 3 going. It's not going anywhere.
So I had to copy him. So he got a box truck. What do I have to do? I have to go get a box truck. And I probably wouldn't have got one if it wasn't for me just trying to battle him. You know, if you set...
Good tires on this.
They're all right.
They've been sitting for too long, but like they still have a lot of tread on them.
Yeah, it's okay. Miss you too, buddy. All right, well, Les is off. And, you know, it's always great having him come down. He always comes down. I've went to Calgary once. He's been here like 4 times
He's
now.
coming to sometime. You're coming.
I'm coming, yeah.
You're
Give me like a month and I'll be there.
No rush.
Or
no
something
rush.
like that, so.
My bay is so disappointing. My shop.
I think that's why he didn't come down. I don't think he wanted me to see his shop.
My shop
But
is
like
so
it's same thing for me. Before he came, I sat here and cleaned for 12 hours straight.
You'll see it.
Like
you'll come and you'll be so disappointed. You'll be like, why am I working with this guy again?
No. I don't think that's the case at all. I mean, like half of the things that I do are because of, you know, I'm inspired from his videos and I try to, you know, copy whatever he does and elaborate on it. Well, everyone, that's the video. That's the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, you might enjoy more of my vlog style videos, which you can click into right there. And as always, you stay classy. We'll see you on the next one.